We're back with more Linkin Park, and this one is a little bit earlier from them. This is Meteora. So, obviously, I found out that Hybrid Theory was one of the top selling albums of the year 2001. And, they did rap metal, and I do think that with this, they're pretty exceptional at it. Now, 2003 was a strange period just because it was kind of starting to die down. This was the efforts where they did it, and I do remember hearing a few of these songs on the radio. I do remember, there were 4 or 5 hits off of this album. Pretty popular. I don't know how many times platinum it went in America, but I do know that they had, this was a success for them. Most people grade the album and say this was a tanker, a dud, or whatever, but I don't necessarily think that that happened this time. Even if they're talking on a tried subject, it still doesn't feel tried because they do it so well. So I reviewed their next album, Minutes to Midnight, so if you want to know the direction they went in, head to that review. And I do think that this is better than Minutes to Midnight. I'm going to review their 2010 album pretty soon, and we shall see what really goes on. But the thing is there's 2 vocalists and the band, and they usually Mike Shinoda's the one rapping, Chester Bennington's the one singing, and they've got this formula for doing rap influenced rock songs. And I feel like a big component of this is approachable to people who listen to rap just because it has very hip hop sounding beats. Chocolate Starfish and the Hot Dog Flavored Water by Limp Bizkit did this, but it kind of had the same type sound on all of these, and I think really this is a great starting point for getting to like rock music if you have come to my channel for rap reviews. So, but you can smoke to this. There's 11 songs on this album, and a few of the ones are Faint, Breaking the Habit, Somewhere I Belong, Numb, and I'd say From the Inside and Easier to Run. But most of the album, all of these songs are quite ready to go. Even the rock and metal based ones are going to be extremely good ones to smoke to. But, if you've been listening to the radio for the past 10, 12 years, you are probably going to recognize some of these. So just know that they work for smoking. The production is going to go to the radio songs like Numb and Faint, but I also think Somewhere I Belong is a really good one, and then Easier to Run and From the Inside are some more with great production. The guitar, of course, is great, and I think the rest of the band does quite well. And you'll notice you might want more of the metal songs. It's short. There's 11 songs on here, so you get more of the rap sounding ones than the rock ones. But it's still, when they do it, it's excellent. So the unheard songs, I like 7 out of 11. And let's discuss those. So they were Don't Stay, Somewhere I Belong, Hit the Floor, Faint, Figure 09, Breaking the Habit, and Numb. And so, Faint, Breaking the Habit, these are immediate ones to go for. Somewhere I Belong is another one. The pace kind of slows up on Easier to Run and From the Inside. Those kind of have more, contemplating sounding records, and that's good. But Don't Stay, Hit the Floor, and Figure 09 are the metal songs, and I think they all work exceptionally well. And, the other songs I just didn't like because they didn't record on a couple one. Well, one of the songs was I don't think they had any vocals on it, and the other ones just had bad production. So all of those are ones to check out. You should have quite fun with this album. So I'm going to give this album, because I liked, I think I said the almost songs. I'll say the songs I didn't like just to make sure. Lying from You and Nobody's Listening. But 9 out of 11 is going to get a 10, obviously, easily. So give this album a 10, and the future, Linkin Park dropped a record in 2014, and I don't know what their sound has been like recently. So we're going to find out about that, and I know that they've got other plans on the way. So the social score, I'm going to give this a 9. Social, I think really you shouldn't have a problem. The only reason I wouldn't give it a 10 is just because they should have taken out those 2 bad production songs and put in some more metal. But other than that, I think really you're good to go. 4 or 5 songs you've probably heard, and then a metal on top of that. You can't go wrong. So, can it be top? No. You need to get this, pick out a few songs you like off of Minutes to Midnight, and you've got hell of a good time. Give this album a 10 and a 9 social.